Good evening.
Good evening.
3/4 of the things he said is not true. He made it up. My name is just Fernando Young, that's all. Okay, I'm glad to be here, given 30 minutes to try to help you to craft a speech. Most of the Toastmasters here will have no problem doing that. It's on the screen already. Okay?
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
You know the song, sing together, sing together.
Whatever will be.
The future's not ours to see.
Hey, Sarah, Sarah.
What will be, will be. You see, when you start the speech, if you start with a song, even this nonsensical song, it builds up the audience anticipation, alright? Anticipation. Right. My name is Fernando very young. You can guess my age, alright? It's very young. Now, this session is especially for Agora. That was me 40 years ago. Yep. I have my flaws, please, so I tell you first that I'm not perfect. Right? I'm also known by F Young, because Fernando is too long for some people. And even make it shorter, like DJ, they will call me FY, right? You know what's FY?
It's a good word. Good word. Feature.
This session is based entirely on my personal experience. It's not borrowed anywhere. What I need and I have done, I will just share with you. You either love me or loathe me. Here we all say this together. 1, 2, 3.
Dear Lord, we are gathered here for crafting a speech. Please help us to stay awake throughout this presentation.
All I ask is 30 minutes of your time. Stay awake. After that, coffee will be served. What is communication? I think I did this some time ago. The definition of communication based on my experience. Anybody want to try? Teacher? What's communication? Because we talk a lot about communication, right?
Right.
So what is exactly communication?
Share views.
Very good. Give him a kiss, please. But just cut it short, right? It's a transfer of information and emotion. That's all. What you want to speak, you say out, you get it. Or how you want to make them feel, you create it, you feel it, that's emotion. This, for me, this is communication. And in communication, 55% is visual, what you see. So I'm using a lot of slides so that you can have at least 55% of what you talk, okay? And vocal is 38%, that is your voice quality, and 7% is only for the words. We keep on table topic for you quick. Right? The first consideration when you're making a speech, you want to try the answer. There are many Toastmasters here, I think you should know. First consideration. Okay, let's go quick, alright? What's the difference when you make to the audience whether they came to listen to you or not? I got these notes from one thing. Okay, the first one, before you write a speech, you tell yourself what would be the difference if they listen to you or do not listen to you. Second one is what is the key message to take away. Now every speech must have a key message to take away, except a humorous speech. If I come to listen to you, I must take some message home so that I can be a better person, right? And what has to happen before you can say that the presentation is successful? So you need a lot of preparation for the audience to understand so that your presentation is successful. If they go back without knowing what you're going to say, then that is not a successful presentation. Be smart. Be smart. When presenting a speech, now don't worry about what the audience will think about you, because there'll be many perceptions about you, how you look, how you talk, and the way it is. Okay, but what you want to know is what is the value to bring home after your speech. That's the most important part. Who are the listeners? Today it's a mixed crowd. This crowd is much more difficult to handle than I speak to 5,000 insurance agents, because they all have one track mind, on the same track, and easy to handle. But here is all different people, different ages, different sex, some have 3 sexes here. Right? So who are the listeners you need to know, and what is the attitude towards your subject? So when you give a talk, the subject, some may be interested, some may not be interested. So it's very important that you have to have a common, universal topic that everybody will agree and accept. Right? And how much do they really know? To me, I think the people I know here, I think they know a lot already, except those who are not in Toastmasters, which I don't do often. I may not know how much you know. Okay? How long can they stay focused? To stay focused in a 30-minute speech is quite challenging for some. Normally your speeches are 5 to 7 minutes, so it's very easy to get them to focus. But for 30 minutes and above, it may be challenging, alright? Do they believe your viewpoint? What you say, do they believe or not? So these are the 4 things you need to, 5 things you need to know. Okay, can you change your viewpoint? If they do not believe what you say, then it's challenging for you to change your mindset to believe and to come and listen to you. Preparation is the most important key point for self-confidence. Many people stand here to speak and they feel nervous and they lost of words. It's because they have not prepared well enough. Preparation takes a long time. For this short thing, I already take about like 20-30 hours. You know, to think and to redo the thing, redraft the thing, all the things. It's not easy to do one speech. So for you to do 7 minutes, sometimes I only spend 20 minutes and then get it done, provided you know the topic very well. Okay? The 3R preparation, can you remember the last time? We spoke about what are 3R? Can you remember 3R? Okay. First you research, right? Then you rehearse, keep on rehearsing, and the most important part is rewriting. When the speech is not smooth, you've got to rewrite. If something is missing, you've got to add in. Something is too much, then you figure out. So the writing takes a big part of your preparation. Right? Keep it simple. Now some people speak a lot and we don't know really what they're trying to get to. So to keep it simple, all you need is to state your point, illustrate your point, summarize your point. 3 steps only, 1, 2, 3, done. Okay? Now why do we need speech organization? When you speak, you need an organization for a speech because it helps audience to follow it step by step, right? You need a captivating opening. Now all speeches must have an opening, a body, and a strong conclusion. No matter whether it's a table topic, 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 1 to 2 hours, it's the same. We need to have a captivating opening so that people, once you start here speak, everybody will want to listen to you, what it's all about. Then the body of contents, this is the main part of the speech, the body is the main part, alright? And the strong conclusion, that means you call for action and recall what you have said before. Any one of you want to ask a question, please raise your hand, or you are allowed to take any pictures you see on the screen. If you want to do it, take it now, please. Right? The opening for 5 to 7 minute speech, remember, how do you divide the time? Opening is always be a 1 minute. It's always 1 minute. Always 1 minute, yeah? Sometimes people opening, they take about 3-4 minutes, then they find that by the time they give 1 point, it's already over time. So it's always 1 minute, time it. Okay, grab the audience attention when you are here. The first thing you do is grab the attention. Even though you're speaking about yourself, here you must. I will teach you how to grab the attention when you're standing here. Explain the topic relevancy. Why is it relevant to the audience? Number 3 is benefits. Every speech, they must take home some benefits to learn from what you're going to tell them. Okay, we'll talk about it again. Then, to grab attention, what do you do? When you are standing here, just now I started the speech with a song, right? Even a short song that everybody already in. So how do you grab attention? Anyone can try. It's true. I do not come late. I do not come late.
You started with the music.
Alright, because there are many ways. There are many ways. You'll be surprised. In Toastmasters, even in Toastmasters, in my 14 years there, they only use 1 or 2 ways. They ask you a question, who like cheesecake? Hands up, then they say, oh, I already grabbed attention. That is true. But how to grab attention for 7 minutes is a challenging thing to do. right?
Free
So
cheesecake for all.
yeah, it's true, you're right. Okay? These are the ways you can grab attention, okay? There are many ways to grab attention. Easiest is the power pose. You just stand here doing nothing, anybody look here, you grab attention already. So there are many ways to grab attention. You can do all this and all this. Now why I put this certain thing in red, because normally you do one thing to grab attention, okay? Either you use poetry or voice or costume or story, one thing. But for me, this part 1, 2, 3, 6, you can do 6 things at one time to grab attention. You like to know how? You don't know how? Hello?
Yes.
You don't know how? To grab all the 6 in one attention? Okay, I'll show you. You start with a song.
Do you know where you're going to?
Questions are there, songs is there, visual is there. If you know the song, please sing. Where are you going to? Do you know? What you're hoping for? When you look behind you, there's no open door. What are you hoping for? Do you know? This song alone, one verse only, captures the 6 elements of grabbing attention. And this song is very good when you're doing goal setting. Do you know where you are going? Goal setting, you know, in our lives we go to goal setting seminars. This one give you all the answers, because all the questions are there. You can ask 6 questions. Normally you ask only 1 question and you expect answer, but this one you shoot in 6 questions, let them think. So this is a very good way to get the attention of the crowd, right? Now to persuade, I will teach you how to do persuasive speech, motivational speech, and inspirational speech. Body is 5 minutes, okay? Remember, the body of the speech is how many minutes?
5
minutes. So always there are maximum 3 points for the body, not more than 3. Don't say in yoga we have 7 benefits. If you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, times up. So everything is 3 minutes. Doesn't matter how many points you have, but maximum is 3 minutes. So the body, the 3 minutes, what you do in the body, 1 is tell the problem. For this sort of speeches, persuasive, motivate, and inspire. Tell the problem. What is the problem? Example, saving money. Okay? What's the problem of saving money? You never plan, you never budget. Alright? The second thing is give the solution. Teach you how. Third, the benefit. So in the body of a speech, for persuasive speech, these are speech, these are the 3, 1, 2, 3 point in the body. You finish this in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, yeah? For informative speech, I tell a story. I trip to somewhere, then you give 3 points. Look, you can talk about sweets and savory. 1, 2, there are 4 here, you can choose any 3. Or you can do just sights and sounds. Example, 3 places. You went to 3 interesting places. That can be also 3 points. So there are 4 main topics for you, but each topic you can just take 1 and do ABC, 3 parts. Informative speech. This is where you add in your humor, your adventure, drama, surprises, all this. This will be the ingredients for your speeches. Okay? In all speeches, if you can add in all these are the cherries on the cake. You know the cake? The cake is very plain, you have decorations and so forth. You put in this to make it research speech. Let me give you an example. Obesity may lead to what? 1, 2, 3. In the body of your speech on research, these are the 3 points we can use. And every research speech, you must have the source. Okay? If there's no source and no statistics, that is not a research speech. You must have these to prove that it's done. It doesn't matter by who, but you quote the source. Okay. Any questions so far? Good. No?
No, very good.
So all the types of speeches, the body will be different. Right? Now for the speaker's guide, what is to inform? If you want to inform, speak a lot. Give them a lot of information, use a lot of what. Alright? How is to teach? How much sugar you must put, how much flour you must put, all this how is for teaching, and why is for motivate and inspire. When you want to do this sort of speeches, use a lot of why. Why we do this, why we do this, why we do this. Okay? Speaker's guide. If you write a speech, you have paragraphs. If you read, of course, you know what are the paragraphs. But as you are speaking, people do not know where is the next paragraph. Therefore, in between speeches, you need to use transitional phrases and words, so that we know that you're going to change paragraph. Okay? These are the transitional words and phrases which you can use. Example, you can use first, then second, next, then finally, 3 points. Right? Or in the meantime, you can use any of these for transition. Okay? Don't have much time to go through each other, but this is, you can use acronym also. Acronym is very useful and very popular. USE is the use. Now, acronym has to be a word. Has to be a word. You cannot say acronym is ZBC. It's not a word. That cannot be an acronym. Acronym must be a word. But lately, they approved that HTTP can be a word because it's so popular. Alright? HTTP can be a word, can be acronym. You can use that. So, example, use U for useful, S for simple, and E for easy. So your 3 point will be USE. I will use acronym. Then that's where you explain again. It is easy for you as a speaker and easy for listeners to remember. The conclusion again is 1 minute. So 1, 5, 1. In the conclusion, what is your conclusion for? There must be a reason for what?
Call for action.
Okay. Give a summary. What you have spoken. Number 1 is to summarize the whole thing, right? The point, the opening, and then get agreement with the people there. Do you agree? All of it, if you agree, then now you go call for action. So this is the conclusion part for any speech. Give a summary, get agreement with the audience, and then call for action. In any case, you have to call for action. Otherwise, people will just take the speech home and they do nothing about it. So calling for action is a very important part of the conclusion. Alright? Levels of action, there are many ways that you can act. This is the lowest move and the highest inspired. So to inspire somebody to do something is very difficult unless your message is very strong. Give examples and so forth. The easiest is to move somebody. Alright? This is levels of action. And call to action, you can use any one of these key to success. Add one of these into your conclusion. Example, teachable, resilient, teamwork. If you're calling for people to work together, then you should work for hard work. All this is the keys to action. Right? There are lots of this. Use only one. You say buy Toto tonight. Why? Because luck, you see. Based on luck. When you talk about luck, we talk about dream. Of all these, which is the most important part? There's one very, very crucial and important key here. Which one? Try.
Desire.
Who said desire? Right, correct. Wow, give a hand.
Oh, right.
Because if there's no desire, nothing can happen. You know what I mean? So desire must be the first one. Then you want it. Again, desire has got many levels. How you die for it or you just want it. If you just want it, it may not happen. You say I'm going to die for it, that will happen. The desire is very strong.
Is that how you found your wife?
That was a different out.
I didn't find my wife found me. That was her desire. And after that, she wanted to change another one, so I also change another one. Okay, levels of communication now. We talk a lot about communication. These are the levels. Okay, number 1 is listen and understand. That's the easiest. If you stand here, you just want them to communicate. If you want to communicate with the audience, you just say something, they listen. That's done. That's communication level 1. Level 2 is they have to agree and consider. First one, they may not agree, but they understand what you want to say and they listen. But to make it higher, you have to agree with what you say. And then they must consider whether to take action or not. The third one, which is most important, is act on the information. Finally, you say buy Toto, then everybody will buy Toto, right? That's act of manipulation. Because why? Somebody said there's 30 million or 30.6 million, and everybody will buy Toto. So you act on information. Opening 1 minute is what you want to tell and why. Finish. I'm going to tell you about something, why I want to say that. That's opening. The body, 5 minutes, and again, maximum 3 points. You either do one of these for your speech, persuade something. Then conclusion is 1 minute again, recap the topic, body points, and call to action. So this is summary for a speech. Opening, body, conclusion. Any questions? Now, every point must be supported. Your body has got 3 points. You can have less, but maximum 3 points. Every point in the body has to be supported by any of these. You can use either a joke, anecdote, opinion. You can use audio, video, which I'm going to share with you. Facts, figures. All these are elements for you to support your point in the body. You just can't say, let's save money, finish, full stop. No. Why you need to save, or what happens if you do not save, right? So there will be stories, supporting point to support that part of it. Personal stories. That is the only way you can personalize your speech, by using personal stories. Because you use normal stories, common stories, anybody can use that, and that speech will not be personalized, will not be yours. So in order to make it your own, tell personal stories. Now personal stories will give you drama, relatability, all these. All these are ingredients that will make your speech interesting. That people will stay and listen to you because you inject all these or some of these into your speeches. Okay? Facts tell, they say stories tell, but I think emotions sell. Facts tell, emotion will sell. Not really stories. Questions? This class very good. Okay, in the Toastmasters magazine 2015 March, that's an article to say that video has the power to teach. Now, I have not seen many people using a short part of the video, probably like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, put in the video into your speech so that that part of the video can project all the emotion you need. Right? Use videos. Use visuals. I'm using a lot of visuals. Now, visuals very powerful because in order for you to explain something, you may take 1,000 words, and up to that, nobody will still understand what you're trying to say. Let me give you an example using a visual for your speech, right? Now, visuals also add interest to your presentation and retain information better. When you see a picture, you remember that picture for a long, long time. If I say it in words, after a while you forget, you don't know what I'm talking about. So using visuals is very important. Example, you went for a holiday. You want to tell us where you stay, the ulu part of a country or town. In even 1,000 words, nobody will at the end of the speech understood where you really stay and how the place look like. So when you want to use that one for a holiday, just put this picture and now you know. I was on this place for holiday, I was in this holiday, this is my hotel, this is where I stay, and this is where we play our games and all that. So if you point, everybody will know. This will be very useful for you. Alright, visuals will be very, very useful. You have to learn to use the PowerPoint so that it's easy for you to manage. Okay, any questions? This is just an example how you use. Now, most people use slides which will drown your speech, which is wrong, okay? You have to use slides that will complement your speech. And I would recommend for 5 to 7 minute speeches, use only 3 slides. More than that will drown it. Will really drown it. Okay, you still need to speak and express and use your voices, your body language and so forth. So that is important. So use only maximum 3. You can use either one for the opening, body and conclusion, or you can use all the 3 slides for the 3 points in the body. That will be good enough. Alright?
It's words and words are all I have to take your heart away.
In speeches, you are encouraged to use rhetorics. That's how you paint your speeches, make it beautiful, sound beautiful. Instead of saying it was raining heavily, you just say that it was raining cats and dogs. So sounds better. And you always have an up and down relationship. We had a bittersweet relationship. So that part is better to. This is what we call painting words. All right, use the right words, good grammar. Short sentences is very important in the presentation. Do not use very long sentences. Use short sentences and rhetorical devices. This is how you add this in your speeches to paint. Alright? So in case you miss it, every speech must have. Read after me, every speech must have. Captivating, and strong conclusion. These are the compulsory things you have in every speech. Questions? We have 2 or 3 minutes for questions.
What is rhetorical devices?
Just now I show you like you use oxymoron, metaphors,
Repetition.
Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs.
A storm in the teacup. Instead of saying, wow, a small thing brought this so big, so you say it's a storm in the teacup. Those are rhetorical devices which if you add into your speeches, that sounds beautiful. That's how you win speeches.
But what if you don't know all these rhetorical devices? Where can you find this?
You can Google, you can get a teacher.
Ask you, is it?
Next speaker will speak.
What? Oh, next speaker.
Not all the speakers, when they speak, you see whether they have rhetorical devices in their speeches. Any more question? Thank you very much for the question.
Where to use the properties?
Again?
Is it properties, the props?
Props.
Stage props.
Props. It depends on your speech. You can put a tent here, then you say, I go camping, then you can set up a tent. There's very, very few people use props because it's very troublesome and it's quite big. You know what I mean? Objects you can use like bananas. One guy went to a contest and he was holding a bunch of bananas, right? On the front row of all the VIPs, all the directors and blah, 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 blah. He said, last week I went to the zoo and I feed the monkeys, then they give one banana each. That's how you create the laughter, and that's using objects. I didn't prepare the bananas because I don't think I'm monkeys. So they can use props, objects, to answer people. That's very effective, no? Really. And the guy who did that, he won the humorous speech contest.
Oh,
Because he was using that. Okay? Any more? It all depends on your speech, what you want to use. There was a demonstration speech, somebody bought a roast turkey during Christmas. And he was showing us how to cut the turkey this way, this way, this way. After that, everybody got to eat the turkey. Why not? It's okay. Question? Keep it up. Today, okay, everybody please read this. Today,
you do things people cannot do. Tomorrow, you will do things people cannot do. The day after tomorrow,
Will not.
you will do things that even God cannot do.
if what you do not learn today, tomorrow, you have to. That's how we learn.
But how do you teach us to be creative as well?
Am I a creative teacher? Okay, creative is very easy. Just come and do more table topics because you're forced to think on the feet.
Like you talk about the banana. I mean, who will ever think of something like that? So that's a,
Because the guy think of it.
yeah.
You know, table topics. Let me ask you a question. Table topics is what? Sweep off the calf, think on your feet, right?
Yeah.
I tell a real story. You know? Like 20 years ago, I was in Bangkok giving a speech seminar. During the interval or break time, they assigned 2 young tigers, about 25 years old, youngers, to bring me around Bangkok.
No choice.
No.
You are 25 years old.
They brought me to this place called Emporium. You know Emporium in Thailand? Bangkok, Thailand, Emporium, big supermarket. There's a big supermarket there. And that day, they were holding the International Sausages Exhibition. I'm not interested, but these ladies, they want to go, they brought me there, so I just follow. And they go around sampling the sausages from Switzerland, from Italy, from Germany, you know, Japan, all sorts of sausages, sampling. Then I was not interested. By the time we moved out to the exit, there was a foot-long black sausage on exhibition. Foot-long. The first girl saw the, oh my god! Second second girl look at it. Oh my goodness. And both look at me. I said, oh, my dream. Okay, you have to think very fast.